welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode, the plan was to work through the electrics on Wee Amy. However, I really got stuck on the wiper motor, which was in such a state, and so the whole episode really, except for the very beginning, is on that. Enjoy and come back next time. Yesterday we dealt with the brakes, finished it off. On this episode of Wee Amy, we're going to look at the electrics. So we'll start by sticking a battery in there and seeing where we've got some power. Right, so the battery's in and the earth is connected up down here. Oh, is that warm? Oh, that's hot, wow, so that must be on. Earth is connected up down there. Okay, so we've got 12.36 at Earth, and if over here on the body, we've got 12.36. So we've got a decent connection there, having cleaned those up. Okay, this was all the way up, which might have been why the wiper was hot, hopefully. So let's start with the ignition key. That's in position 1. There we go. Okay, fasten seatbelt light comes on. That's it. Okay, over on the fan. Oh, nicely working fan. Good. Okay, well, that noise was the aerial, which is broken, coming up and going back down, so that works. I don't think the lighter works based on that. This must be internal lights. The fuel lights come on and the fuel's gone up to 3/4 full, so I'm not quite sure I understand that. The volts is, you can see it. The clock isn't working. Okay. So right indicator. I can't see if that light is coming on or not. Left indicator. I can't see if it's coming on. Right, let's have a look outside. I can't see anything there. I can't see anything there. So I don't know if the bulbs are all gone or what. We'll try the other side. Okay, so I don't seem to have any indicator light coming on. What about horn? No horn, but I think I can hear the relay going. Right, so wiper we know not. And I can't hear anything for the fluid either. Okay, hazards. So the hazards seem to be going. by getting a drain. I even thought I saw that flick on once, but maybe not. Nothing at front or back. My fog light is broken. The rear demist, I don't know how I would test that, to be honest, so I'm just going to ignore it. Lights. Well, you can hear the relays going, but we've got nothing there. Okay, so we've got something to work with. Oh, yeah, low fuel seatbelt. I'll just put the seatbelt on. Good, seatbelt light works. Right, so I've got a few things to work with. First thing I've done is I've come in here and I've checked my fuses back there, and the fuses all seem okay. I've got connectivity across all of them. So I don't think it's the fuses is the problem. I mentioned that my wiper motor was warm, and it still is. So I'm not sure why. That might be the case. We've taken out the wiper motor, leaving the cable and stuff on the car. So this goes on wrong way around. This goes on here like that, fits in there, and the cable comes in. So this had a lot of crud on it, which I've dropped somewhere, but you can see what it's like. So what we're going to try first, this doesn't seem to want to pop out. We'll have another look at it, see if it should. But we're going to try applying some power to the terminals and seeing if this is turning at all. And if this turns, then that indicates that it's the cable, whatever it's called, with the wiper motors that's the problem. We turned it over, this clip was in here, so hopefully that will help free it up in some way. Right, we haven't taken it apart, but what we have done is we've a bunch of WD-40 in there, and then in the terminals here, we powered it up, and this is turning. So this is fine, which implies that the problem is over there with the thing that turns in the middle, which clearly isn't turning. Okay, so we have manually moved this. I'm just trying to hold the camera. So you can see that we can manually move it. I'm not sure if it's getting less stiff or not. And you can see this goes in and out here as well. So as we move it, okay. Now I think that's too stiff. Yeah, agreed? Yeah. So I'll have a look at, I can't remember how you get at the actual wiper bits. So the one side came off quite easily, the other not at all, and it's an 8-sided nut, which is a bit surprising, but we're slowly trying to get it off with a saw now. Okay, that's off as well now, and we'll need a new nut. In order to get it out, this piece comes from behind there, otherwise it won't fall. But it's now there, and so we're going to take it out and have a look at it. Okay, we're taking it as much apart as we can at the moment. So this is, you can see how bad the rust is around here. That goes on there. Same on this side. This one has not come off even. Now I managed to get this one off, this end. But basically, that cable, we should just be able to pull out that thread. Because these won't turn, I can't get it to come out now, I guess with a lot more strength, but you know, I don't want to break things. So I'm going to apply lots of WD-40 to these bits to see if we can get them moving a bit better and see if I can get it out. So I've got it all apart by basically unscrewing them. So you can see how bad they are, but these should turn quite freely and they don't. Okay, so I'm going to work out how to get these loosened up somehow. Okay, so I think I've got the one that was in better condition more or less sorted. You can see it turns quite easily now. So good. That took a lot of WD-40 and a lot of turning and twisting. And the way I was twisting it is like this, and I fix it in the clamp, and this one is not working at all well yet. In fact, this is good for where it compared to where it was, and that's really stiff. So I'm working it very slowly, and sort of a few minutes of it, and this warms up. So you know, there's a lot of friction going on. So I'm sticking a lot of WD-40 on here, and I'm also I'm guessing, well, no, this bit must go through the thread, so I'm trying to squeeze WD-40 in there to see if anything will soak down from the top. And that's how we're loosening it up. Right, we've just fixed it on temporarily because we don't have a screw nut for this any longer, and the plastic bit got destroyed, so I'm gonna have to get those. And since I've got it off, I might as well do some work on it to make it look nice. But if I can get my hand into the car. Okay, so here we have it at speed 2, here we have it at speed 1, and here we have it at off. Yeah, it's not switching off. So we haven't got the stop in the right place, and we need to take it apart again and have a look. Okay, so this little knob here was a bit stuck. So we loosened that up, and we stuck it back on the car, and it still wouldn't stop unless I switched off at exactly the right time, at which point it would. We've then taken it apart again to just look at it a bit more, and what we're now getting, which is very bizarre, is it won't, it works on the fast, it works on the slow, but given that before it was never stopping, then it must have previously been working on the one that takes it back to here, and then this wasn't switching it off. But now it won't work on that either. So I'm just going to put it back together, stick it back on the car, and see what I get now. If I can't, if it works and I can switch it off by just getting the timing right, then I'm going to go with that, because this plastic unit under here, which is where the switch is held, is all sealed, and I don't plan to try taking that apart. We can't get it to switch off at all. It just keeps going and going and going. Anyway, it switches off as if you're between positions 0 and 1 on the switch, and then it will stop wherever it is. I believe I now have this working on the bench. The problem was that the switch had slipped too far that way, so it was never getting switched off, and that's why it wasn't switching off on the car. And the reason that it was not working, trying to go back to that position on the workbench, is because when you look at these terminals here, this one down at the end is the earth, this one at the top left, sorry, against the casing furthest to the left, so bottom left in effect, that always has power, and that power is managed by the switch. And if the bottom right connects to the top left via the switch, so if the switch is up, power will go from this bottom right to the top left. The top left is the single speed, and so it will come until the switch is pressed down, at which point power will go off and it stops. It's taken me all day to work it out, but I think that is it, and so I'm going to put it together, not quite stick it on the car, and go from there. So there we have it on speed 1. Speed 2, there's speed 2, and I just go to off. Ta-da! An intermittent, or whatever the other one is, there it goes, and ta-da! Oh, I'm so pleased. I feel really quite pleased about that, given it wasn't working at all and there were several issues with it. That's really nice to have got that working again. Okay, so I'm quite pleased with that. I know I was planning to do more than just, well, get further with the electrics, but that wiper was in such bad condition. I don't know how much I really captured, but we had to, I mean, each wiper, we spent about an hour just rotating them to loosen them up, so that we could turn them, so that they could go back on. They had to be unwound from the coil initially. With the motor itself, the little button wasn't popping up and down, it was just jammed. So it took a while to work through all of that, and because I'd taken everything off and then put it back on, we needed to move where the stop was, and that was the bit that took the time at the end, as well as work out the electrics for it, because I couldn't remember how they worked. But we did work that out in the end, and so I'm quite pleased with that. I know some of the electrics aren't there, but you know, good fan and heater. So next time I'm up, and I'm not quite sure when that'll be at this stage, we will continue on the electrics, make sure they get sorted before we try to put the engine in. And I'm certainly glad I tried to sort that wiper before I put the engine in, because that would have been awful if the engine was already in. All right, thanks for watching, and come back next time.